Hey, it's Justin Braden here. I'm the team leader of the Realytics team and the CEO of Realize.ai, a property technology company aiming to help clients, investors, real estate professionals have a far more competitive advantage up and out there in their services, um, helping clients make better decisions. That's the bottom line here, based on data-driven insights. So we need to understand the market. We need to know what is happening, what people are doing, what buyers are doing, what sellers are doing. And we're able to do that by looking at the market. And the way we look at it is through analytics. So we take the data, we do some data wrangling, we do some cleanup, we do some organizing, and we put it into nice visualizations and nice measures and calculations to help understand the market better so we can make far better, smarter decisions. So it's my pleasure to show you what the gauges are. This video is about the gauges, which is this gray area right in the middle. The gauges really are telling us the market. Okay, pretty straightforward. Of course, you need to know how to use the filters, and I do have a video I just made about the filters. And we see the filters are this white ribbon right here on the top, as well as we have advanced filters here. So I showed you how to do that, so make sure you watch that video. Once you know how to use the filters and slice and dice down to the specific criteria that you're looking for, the goal is to get around 10 sales, between 8 and 12 or so closings up here for us to get at least a reasonable analysis on comparable sales in a given market area or a given market criteria. So we are segmentizing the market based on characteristics of a house and based on the location of a house. Once we've got our 10 or so sales, and once we've got our criteria locked in and we've got the number of sales that we feel is good, around 10 sales, and we may have to have made an adjustment on the time frame, but hopefully not. We try to stick to 6 months as much as possible, but if you have to go back 9 months or even a year and a half, then you might have to do that depending on how rare of a house it is. And that's okay. You can certainly do that. You got to do what you got to do in order to analyze, and sometimes you got to do that, and that's perfectly fine. But once you've got an adequate number of sales in there, like I said, we shoot for around 8 to 12 sales, then we can feel pretty confident that we're looking at a reasonable picture of the market as it stands today, what buyers are willing to do based on the conditions of the market today, based on interest rates, based on all the barriers to entry that buyers face right now, and with the current inventory of what's available right now. So all that can be described generally by the gauges right here in this gray area. So we have 3 gauges. The top one is showing market value. So when we have selected where we're looking and we've entered that criteria and we've got around 10 sales to analyze, and it could be more, but it's 10 sales, then it gives us a minimum sale price, a maximum sale price, and then the whole market is in between the minimum and maximum. So we immediately have your minimum and maximum. We have your market. We have the picture of the market right in front of you. And then we have a target variable in blue. It's called market value. That's why those colors match up. Because if I'm entering the Houston market, which is what we're looking at right now, the Houston market, where there's 35,000 sales, my statistics already calculated out saying that to stay within market value, we don't want to go above this target variable. Market value is anything up to $781,680, and likewise per square foot, that's about $252. So that's what these are for. So we have your market value pricing, and we have your market value per square foot pricing down here. And then we've got your home sizing on this 3rd gauge here, which helps you determine if the home is small for the market or if it's way too big for the market. It's very important that the home is sized somewhere in the middle, as that is determined to be what buyers want, around the average. That's what you want to buy. See, and when it comes to real estate, you want to buy what everybody else is buying. You want to buy where there's a strong market. You want to buy what buyers want. So in the case of real estate, we want to know what trades the most. We want to know what conforms the most to the market. What is conforming to buyer demand? We're able to do that by looking at these characteristics. So now let's take an example of a market area, and let's just go in and pick something. Let's pick, let's say, what's a good one here? Something with some good volume. There's neighborhoods like Briar Hollow, but there's not going to be a whole lot of analytics there because there's not a lot of volume of sales. So the more volume, the better. A lot of times we'll have to add in a neighboring market in order to get better numbers. So now we've got your Briar Grove Park. We've got your Briar Grove. We've got, let's look at Briar Grove. So Briar Grove we'll put in there. And we see that Briar Grove is this strip, this market area right here. And we see that there are 6 actives and there's 25 sales. It's not a whole lot of inventory. Prefer to have a little bit more. But what we could do then is we could add in Briar Bend, which would be Charnwood. Charnwood, which is right here. So I would hold Control as I click it, and that would say multiple selections. So when I added Charnwood, it's this section here. And then we wouldn't necessarily add Tanglewood because that is a significantly different market area. But we can go with that. I mean, 28 sales, we can work with that. So you got 9 actives, 28 sales. So now we can look here at market value. We can also look at the scatter plot. You got to use the other tools too. When you scroll to the right, we see that the 3 bedrooms are pretty consistently in line with each other. All right, so there's comps of each other. It's easy. But once you get in the 4 bedrooms and 5 bedrooms, it suddenly spreads out quite a bit. So maybe I just want to focus on the 3 bedrooms because that cluster looks a lot more solid. So then I'm going to go to, let's say, 3 bedrooms. And now I'm looking at an even distribution, just about, where the median sale price of $820,000 is almost right on top of the average sale price of about $850,000. So they're really close to each other. So we have pretty even distribution of sale prices, which means the numbers are pretty reliable when it comes to analyzing. So now we can actually find good deals. So this 529, 280 a square foot. For example, I click on it, I select it. Once I've selected it, it puts it into the gauge, as you can see there, and immediately measures it against the market of what buyers have been doing over the last 180 days. We can see the address of this listing and other details about this listing, the lot size, the year built. The home size is right here, 1,891 square foot, which is on the very small side. Okay, so very small side. So per square foot makes it larger at 280 a square foot, and the price is cheap at $529,000. So you might say like, well, this could be a good opportunity. I know it's on the small side, but perhaps I buy this and I add square footage to the back. If I do that, it's going to certainly add value to the house because it's going to decrease the price per square foot. I mean, just logically thinking, you add more square footage, it's going to decrease the per square foot price, or keep it about the same, depending on the price that you're going to increase by. And we've got, we've got all this market upside from all this white space, which is market upside, $584,000. So that's all this white space. We have all this market upside to work with. In addition to that, we have an equity position of $291,000. So I can certainly buy this house, add square footage to it, making it larger towards this 3,000 square foot mark right here. So I can get larger, add 500-600 square feet to this house. It's going to add value to it. We can spend as much as $291,000 to get a home. Let's say like around the median size. So if we want to know the median size of homes that sell here, we can go right over here to where it says median lot size, scroll down, and we see that that's 2,730 square foot. So we want to we want to add square footage that meets this number. So from 1891 to 730 square foot, that's approximately, 900 square feet, we'll just say, 800 square foot. So if we say 800 square foot times 100 per square foot to add to the back of the house, that's $80,000. 800 times 100, yes, $80,000. So we bought the home for $530. 80,000 got us. We'll just say we bought it for $520. $80,000 got us to $60,000. So you take away the 80 from here, you still got 200K equity position. So you got a stronger house that's closer to the optimal size of 3,000 square foot, but right at where the median home size is what people are buying. So you've got a home that should fetch a median sale price of $820,000 from a $600,000 cost. So that's $220,000 equity position for a home that you bought and added square footage to. You do need to check the lot location to make sure that's a possibility, and you can do that by clicking on active, and then you would zoom in, and we see that this would not be an opportunity because it is backing up to commercial property. So that would deflate all that enthusiasm immediately. But this is just an example. If this was located like right here, or one of these lots or one of these lots, then this is a home run for a buy and add value opportunity. So when you're an investor or a builder or developer, whatever, and you're looking for opportunities, an investor, and you're looking for opportunities of property, this one would have been, if it was not located right there, would have been a great opportunity for a buy and expand option. Buy, expand, and resell. And we see that the area is appreciating year over year, so that's always a good sign as well. And they don't take long to sell, 8 days. So that's how we use the gauges. So we determine how much equity we have. So we make sure we have enough budget for doing such a project based on equity. This is the safest bet because that is the $820,000 median sale price minus the list price $529. That gives you $291. So you definitely have this market equity to work with. This upside is if you just really deck the house out all up to the nines. So people, I'd say buyers are willing to pay $1,112,970 for a home that's of high quality in this neighborhood. If you're able to make this a high quality home, obviously it's going to need to be north of 3,000 square foot and be high quality. Then you can get that $1,112,000 price point. So you have all this upside to work with to do something with this house. Of course, it being backed up to commercial like this on Westheimer Road literally eliminates just about all of that opportunity. It makes it extremely risky to do. So I would not take the action on this property. But if it was located in here, then I would have, most definitely. So that's how we use these gauges. Likewise, we see a market value number right here, right? So, we see market value $1,112,970, right? Well, then we see a market value that's cheaper at $102,713. So what this is this 424 per square foot market value per square foot times the size of the home, 1,891 square foot. And that is equal to 802,713. So what it's saying is, for this property right here, if I was to add value and resell it based on the size of the home, it would be worth $800,000. So I could take it as is at 1891, not even add square footage, just make it amazing, and I should be able to get, according to this, $800,000. That you may be skeptical about, and that's the scientific part of it. You have to make sure that that's could be correct. You may have to go back a year and a half to get plenty of sales data, and then once you do that, you can go to advanced filters, and you could say, because how old is this house? This is a 1958. Yeah, so you can go advanced filters and say, I don't want homes newer than 1980. Okay, so then you click on that, and then suddenly that drops to 12 sales, and the market value actually went higher. So it looks like for this area, people actually really like older age homes built 1958, but this is small, so we may want to adjust that. But look at this. This is interesting. So a 1958 median year construction for 12 sales. This is 1958. So we literally can take this home and do something with it. We would need to get it to about 2,700 square foot to add value to actually hit an 843 market value. But actually, no, that's just based on the home size, current size. So it would have to be 2,700 square foot, and then you could get closer to this number, 1.1 million. So this is the science behind it. So you gotta get scientific. You gotta figure out, well, what's the influences that could cause the number to be really high or be really low? Could it be the lot size? Could it be the age? Because age is important. A 1950s age house is going to have lower ceilings. That's a big deal. So you have to be conscious of that. Now, as you're using this product, through the year plus time, day in and day out, you're going to learn and get a handle of all of the necessary implications of certain features, and what kind of implications it has, or the impact that it has on the market. So eventually you'll get there. You just have to be using it regularly, and you'll become a super good pro at this. But hopefully this helps, helps you with learning it, helps you understand a little bit more, and maybe some of these hints and tips could help you progress forward in getting better at the craft of analyzing real estate market. So thanks for tuning in. This was all about the gauges here, and that's how to use them. If you have any questions, you can always reach out. You can schedule a demo for one-on-one through the website. I'm Justin Braden, team leader of the Realtex team, CEO of Realize.ai. So let me know if you have any questions. Happy to answer them. Would love to get you to being an expert in the data analytics of real estate in Houston. We will be opening up other market areas such as Dallas, San Antonio, and Austin. So stay tuned for that. But in the meantime, we have Houston most definitely under control. So thank you for watching, and look out for the next video. And there's other training videos that you can jump onto, and that will be very educational for you.